guest we're going to talk to here in just a few moments. UFC Kansas City is this weekend, and we have got Kansas City legend Zak Cummings today on the telephone, and we're going to go to Mr. Zak Cummings. Zak, welcome to the Jiggy Jaguar show. How are you, sir?
I am good. Thanks for having me on.
So, you are going to be fighting in Kansas City this weekend for the UFC, and I understand that a rumor got started when I was at Evolution Fighting Championship in Wichita, Kansas a couple weeks ago, that this will be your retirement fight. Is this true?
Possibly. We've definitely we've talked about retirement. I got 2 fights on my contract, and it makes very much sense to be able to go out in my hometown,
Yes.
something that most people do not get to do ever in their career and stuff. And so it's definitely high up there. I'm thinking about it, but I don't know if I will fully know until after this fight. I'm okay with it. I prepare myself for it. I couldn't imagine a better way to go out.
Yes.
So it's a lot of stuff pushing that direction, but I was able to finally, after some injuries, do the things that I love to do, and I'm just really enjoying the process. And if I'm able to do it again and enjoy it this much, like I might just have to do it. So we'll see. But for the most part, it's most likely the last one. But I don't know if I can give it a full 100% until maybe I get out of that cage on Saturday.
Okay. Because I was talking to a few people, and I overheard Mr. Hyde make a comment, and I'm like, uh-oh, that UFC's like in 2 weeks. So I figured I would ask you about it. I will have to say that you are correct. There's nobody that's ever done that. Fought in their hometown and called it a career. So that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, actually, which another reason it makes me kind of want to also. So I got to watch Jorge Masvidal. So Masvidal got to fight in Miami. He's Miami home. Bred and raised and everything, and he ended up retiring this past weekend in his hometown. It was special to kind of see that and stuff, which motivated me a little bit more. Now unfortunately he came off of a loss, so we might have to see how this fight goes and stuff. But yeah, so it's definitely a special moment to be able to share this. But regardless if it is my very last one or not, I'm 100% aware that this would be the last time that like these local fans and my support group will ever really be able to like watch me live. So that's a special moment in itself. So it's definitely a goodbye to to in-person competition and stuff. And so regardless, either way, like it's going to be a very special moment for me that I'm excited for.
I think that's awesome. So the UFC being in Kansas City, there is a huge amount of local talent just here in Kansas and Missouri. I think this is a great opportunity for a lot of these guys, such as yourself, being able to fight on this show. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Oh, for sure. I mean, we have a great MMA community here in Kansas City. There's some good local shows. There's some really good professionals that some are already signed with the UFC and in the next level, and there's some that are right on the cusp about to get signed. So having the UFC come into our backyard, kind of one gets them to be at the event and see it and maybe help motivate them.
Yes.
Which is going to be huge, and then if they come back, hopefully one of these up-and-coming pros, get to be on the next time, so they were here 6 years ago. I got to fight on it alongside with Tim Elliott. We're the two locals and stuff, and then they came back again, and I get to fight on it again. So I get to be the only local to fight on the only 2 KC cards and stuff. But I get to go out there, kind of say my goodbyes to Kansas City and and then hopefully that motivates some of these up and comers to get their opportunity. And the next time they come here, I'll be in there as a coach instead of a fighter.
That is awesome. We have got a great guest with us today. Zak Cummings is with us today. He joins us live here on our big program. He is going to be part of UFC Kansas City this weekend. So the UFC has been around for 30 years, which just blows my mind. Because I remember watching an old VHS tape of UFC 2 with the 16-man tournament. I am just amazed that it has been around as long as it has been. And you got in, what was it, 2007, something like that?
The sport of MMA, I had my first professional fight in '07, and then I've been signed with the UFC for right at 10 years now.
Yeah.
So I've been with the company for a long time. Obviously, a third of their stint, so that's pretty special. And I'm fighting an opponent that is been in since '06. So that's we're going to be showcasing a lot of knowledge and years in there. That's good. It's fun for sure. It's like as new as it is, it still blows me away of how new the sport is, because it's been like my life. It's been so much of a part of me and stuff. And like as a sport, they're really still very new, and I've got to witness so many changes. I mean, just even my stint being with the UFC of like the pre-Reebok deal and like having all your own sponsors and like having all the Reebok stuff like that, and then now I come back and have the Venom deal, and so just kind of seeing all the different stages they've been with, it's been cool to like be part of it as well.
We have got Zak Cummings with us today. He is going to be part of UFC on ESPN this weekend. He's going to be fighting in Kansas City for the Ultimate Fighting Championship this weekend. And tell me a little bit about your opponent, because he's been around a long time as well.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm fighting Ed Short Fuse Herman. It's someone who I watched before I even started fighting. It's someone that I've respected. We've fought on the same night multiple, before, and we've been in the same locker room multiple times, and hung around. Like, I really respect the guy. I like the guy a lot. He's got a very good, well-rounded game. He's got good power striking. He's got good jiu-jitsu. He's got a really good clinch game, and he does a lot of stuff well that I do and stuff. So it's going to be a good puzzle to figure out. And the good thing is I've known him for years, so I kind of have a good idea of what's coming at me, but I'm also really comfortable and confident in my skill set that I think I'm going to be just a step ahead with just speed and movement and all that stuff. But he's dangerous and he's durable, and he can hang out there and turn this into a 3-round 15-minute just bloodbath of us sitting there and beating each other up and doing stuff. But I also have a lot of good finishing factors to where I could go in and make this an early night as well. So we'll see how it goes.
That's awesome. We have got Zak Cummings with us today. So talk to us about some of the up-and-coming fighters up there in Kansas City that you either work with or know of that are just on the cusp of getting into something like the UFC.
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest ones just got signed and was supposed to make his debut, and then he had an injury. So, but Isaac Bulgarian is a phenomenal wrestler, power striker. He's got a bright future coming up. He was on the when Dana White looking for the fight came and was in Independence. He got signed from that deal and looked phenomenal. It's a big knockout. And he should be able to make his debut at any moment, hopefully. So he's already signed. Another one is actually going to be in my corner with me is Mikey England. He's 7-1 as a pro. He's finished like every fight that he's had, and then he's got another fight on the books here in a few weeks and stuff. So hopefully he gets past that one, and then can he's already have the UFC calling him. It just the timing hasn't worked out to be able to take the fight or not. So those are two real big ones to look out for. But I mean, there's honestly a big group of up and comers that are going to be they're going to be in the UFC soon. They're going to do very well and stuff. But those are the two that I see right now that you're going to see very soon.
That's awesome. We have got Zak Cummings with us today. He is going to be fighting on the UFC card this weekend in Kansas City. And how important is, UFC coming back to Kansas City? Talk to me a little bit about that.
I mean, it's huge. This is again, I feel like Kansas City has a very good MMA presence. There's multiple very good gyms spread out all through the region, and like I said, there's some multiple good MMA promotions. You have FAC that's over in Independence, and then I actually own one of them, which is Synergy Fighting Championships, or Synergy FC, and we normally run that on the KCK side. So between those two promotions, and you get a lot of good talent. We have a big turnout. We have a lot of the just the local community that comes out and supports it. So they love this sport, and they've done it for a long time and stuff. And as these fighters and these promotions continue to grow, and the community is just right there with it and stuff. So it's showing that the UFC comes here and will put an event on in our backyard. Like, one, kind of shows that the community's doing the right thing. I think 6 years ago they came, they broke the sporting record for the Sprint Center, or T-Mobile Center now. And so I mean, there's been NCAA basketball here and all kinds of stuff, and they broke the record for the most money coming in and stuff for a sporting event. So I mean, that right there is huge. And then they've been willing to come back and do it again is good. So hopefully we get another big turnout, and it becomes a place that the UFC comes more and more, instead of every 6 years, maybe every couple of years and stuff. And we can just continue to grow the sport at the highest level in the world.
That's awesome. Well, Zak, good luck with everything this weekend. And thanks for making some time to chat with us. And I will talk to you soon. Have yourself a wonderful day.
Thank you,
brother.
All right.
Appreciate
you as well.
There he goes. Fantastic. Zak Cummings with us today. He joins us live here on our big broadcast. And we will take a brief time out. When we come back, we have got more coming up on the other side.